وَلَقَدْ يَسَّرْنَا الْقُرْآنَ لِلذِّكْرِ فَهَلْ مِن مُدَّكِرٍ.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to the new video tutorial. This is going to be part 4 of lesson 4 of book 1. Let's start from the beginning of page 21 today. At the top of the page, in part Alif, we find some examples of jar wa majroor phrases. For example, al-baytu is the house. Do you remember what the state of this ism is? As we learned a couple of videos ago, it is a marfu' ism because it is ending with dhamma here and because nothing else is there to interact with it. And after we add harf fi or preposition in before it, how are we going to read the phrase now? Fil bayti, which means in the house. Here, harf fi is interacting with the ism al-baytu, and it is turning al-baytu from marfu' to majroor state with kasrah ending. So together we have a jar wa majroor phrase. In other words, fi is harf jar and al-bayti is ism majroor. In the next example, we have al-masjidu, the masjid. And to say in the masjid, we add fi before it and we've got another jar wa majroor phrase, which we read it as fil masjidi. Fi is harf jar and al-masjidi is ism majroor. And the next example is al-maktabu, the desk. This time we want to say on the desk. So we need to use the harf ala. We put ala before al-maktabu and it becomes ala al-maktabi, which is another jar wa majroor. Finally, our next ism is as-sariru, the bed. And to say on the bed, we use ala, and together we've got ala sariri. If you remember from lesson 3, the letter sin is the shamsiya type letter. So we are jumping over both alif and lam of al and reading the letter sin with shadda as ala sariri. So ala is here what again? Harf jar. And as-sariri is ism majroor. Together we have jar wa majroor phrase. Very nice. Let's move on to part B of the page now. We have a few questions and answers here. The first one is Aina Muhammadun. Here, Aina means where. And we are asking, where is Muhammad? Aina Muhammadun. The answer is Huwa fil ghurfati, which translates to he is in the room. Huwa is he. It is the ضمير used for the third person masculine singular. And then we've got harf jar fi, which means in. And the last word al-ghurfati, the room, is the ism majroor. Notice the ضمير huwa. Which word do you think it is coming in place of in this sentence? Muhammadun, right? So we could have said Muhammadun fil ghurfati. But to shorten the sentence, and since we already know whom we are referring to, we can simply use huwa instead and say huwa fil ghurfati instead of Muhammadun fil ghurfati. The next question is wa ayna Yasirun, and where is Yasir? The answer is huwa fil hammami. He is in the bathroom. Huwa fil hammami. Here huwa is he and jar majroor phrase fil hammami means in the bathroom. What word is the ضمير huwa coming in place of this time? Yasirun, right? Because Yasirun is ism. As we said in the last video tutorial, the ضمير huwa is also ism. So all ضمير type words are ism. They are special type of ism because you see the word huwa does not have apparent signs of marfu', mansub or majroor like kitabun, kitaban and kitabin. But I gotta tell you something. All ضمير that we learned in the last video are actually marfu' ism. Do you know why? Because the ism that they come in place of is marfu'. To see this, let's write the equivalent sentence down below. Yasirun fil hammami. Both of these sentences, Yasirun fil hammami and huwa fil hammami, are conveying the same meaning. So huwa and Yasirun are the equivalent words, and both are ism. Now we know that ism Yasirun is marfu'. How do we know? Because it is ending with un, tanween dhamma. If it was mansub, it would have been Yasiran. And if it was majroor, it would have been Yasirin. But it is ending with un, a typical sign of marfu' ism. And because yasirun is marfu', the word huwa that is replacing it is also marfu', even though it doesn't have an apparent sign. This is one additional detail about ضمير words that we are learning. Besides them belonging to ism type words, these ضميرs are marfu' because they replace marfu' ism only. Try to keep this in mind, okay? Let's see the next example. وَأَيْنَ آمِنَةُ? And where is Amina? Notice this time we have a mu'annath ism here. Aminatu is a girl's name, so we need to use a proper ضمير for it. Can you tell what ضمير we should use? Hiya, right? Hiya means she. It is the ضمير for the third person feminine singular. So the answer will be hiya fil matbakhi. The word al-matbakhu means the kitchen. And it is here coming as majrur ism because of harf fi. So hiya is she. Fil matbakhi is in the kitchen. We are saying she is in the kitchen. Hiya fil matbakhi. So far we talked about people. Now let's see the example usages of ضمير for things or objects. The question this time is أين الكتاب? Where is the book? أين الكتاب? Do we know if the word al-kitabu is مذكر ism or mu'annath? It is مذكر, right? Masculine. If the ism doesn't end with ta marbuta, it is most likely مذكر. So we will use مذكر singular ضمير, which is huwa. The answer is huwa على المكتب. It is on the desk. huwa على المكتب. So our ضمير huwa is coming in place of al-kitabu here. Notice al-kitabu is marfu' because of u, dhamma ending, and the ضمير huwa is also marfu' as we said earlier. And our final example is وَأَيْنَ السَّاعَةُ? And where is the watch? وَأَيْنَ السَّاعَةُ? Do you think the ism as-sa'atu is مذكر or mu'annath? It is ending with ta marbuta, so it is a mu'annath ism. So our ضمير should be here. هي على السرير. We are saying it is on the bed. هي على السرير. ضمير here is followed by jar majrur. Okay, we are finished with the examples, but I have another question about ضمير words that we used in these examples. We said they are ism, but are they ma'rifah or nakira? Definite or indefinite? Again, because they are a special subcategory of ism, they don't carry apparent signs of ma'rifah or nakira like al prefix or u versus un ending. But we can tell from their usage that all ضمير are naturally ma'rifah type ism, because they are referring to someone or something that is already mentioned. When we say huwa fil hammami or hiya ala sariri, we already know that we are talking about yasirun or as-sa'atu, so they need to be ma'rifah. This is another useful fact about ضمير that I wanted to let you know about. Try to keep it in mind, but don't worry if you don't, because I will keep reminding you, insha'Allah. Let's start doing the exercise 1 now. We need to answer the questions here. Let's try to answer based on what we read in the examples above. I will show you pictures to give a hint, okay? The first question is أين الكتاب? Where is the book? How do we answer? It looks like the book is on the desk. So we should say هو على المكتب. Very good. هو على المكتب. It is on the desk. We are using huwa because the ism al-kitabu is مذكر. And what do we call the phrase على المكتب here? jar wa majrur. Very nice. How about huwa? It is ضمير, a special category ism. Very nice. The second question is أين محمد? Where is Muhammad? He is in the room. And how do we say it? هو في الغرفة. Very nice. هو في الغرفة. Which one of the words is our marfu' ism in our answer here? Huwa, right? Huwa is marfu'. And fil ghurfati is jar wa majrur, or harf jar and ism majrur. The third question. Ayna as-sa'atu? Where is the watch? Should we say huwa or hiya in our answer? Hiya, because as-sa'atu is mu'annath ism. So we say hiya ala as-sariri. It is on the bed. The ضمير here is the marfu' ism. It is replacing الساعة. Was it معرفة or nakira? Definite or indefinite? It is definite. معرفة. Because we already know هي is referring to الساعة. على is حرف جر and السرير is مجرور and معرفة اسم. The fourth question. أين ياسر? Where is Yasir? It looks like he is in the bathroom. So how do we answer? هو في الحمام. It should be هو في الحمام. The ضمير هو is معرفة مذكر اسم and it is مرفوع. في الحمام is جار ومجرور. The fifth question. أين آمنة? Where is آمنة? How do we answer? It looks like she is in the kitchen. هي في المطبخ. Very good. هي في المطبخ. The ضمير هي is مرفوع معرفة اسم. It is replacing آمنة. في المطبخ is a جار مجرور phrase. So notice here, when we know a word is ism, a few questions that we should ask ourselves about that ism are: first, is it ma'rifah or nakira? Is it definite or indefinite? The second one is it mudhakkar or mu'annath? Masculine or feminine? And what is its state? Is it marfu', mansub, or majroor? If we can identify these properties of ism, insha'Allah, we will have a much better idea about what function each word is playing in Arabic sentences or ayahs of the Quran. So let's keep paying attention to these properties of ism as much as we can when we encounter an ism, okay? Alright, let's finish the video here. Insha'Allah, we will continue answering the rest of the questions next time. Wassalamu alaikum.